Careful.
Grab some more. Whoa.
Such a little space you keep wandering through.
Hi! This is the 4th construction video for the Escavalier Gajinka. If you haven't seen the first 3, go back and check them out. I'm going to label them, I'm going to number them so people know. But last time, this is this is what we've got so far. Last time we were cutting this to try to go over, you know, the rough parts, smooth it out so it's easier to color and it just looks better. I think I'm just going to try to cut them, separate them, and see if they lay a little better in there. If not, I mean, I'm only out a 2-liter bottle. I can start over. This is Iowa, so it did cost me a nickel.
You're out of a whole nickel.
I know.
Gosh darn it.
Well, when you're poor, a nickel's a big deal.
It's true. It really is.
And a bag full of nickels, a bag full of cans and bottles can add up fast. But it's still some of the cheapest costume material you can get. You get paid nickel for it.
This is true. You can't get much else for a nickel. Not that that's actually what you pay for it, but...
It's not going to lay flat because it's not flat. That's all there is to it. I understand that, but... Defy physics, please. Okay.
Can you kind of push the wrinkle down to the bottom where it's less noticeable?
I have to cut a slit in there, fold it under, take it down.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out how to attach. How to and where to attach this. I think I just answered my question right there. So, and I'm not prepared at all. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially if you're working alone, you want to make sure you have some duct tape just kind of on the edge of the table for when you get stuff to the exact point you want it, and you're like, I don't want to move it, and I don't want to try to do all that again. And so you can just grab it and stick it there. Duct tape is pretty forgiving, so you can just stick it there to hold it in place, like, you know, a second set of hands, third arm, third hand, something.
You knew what you were going for.
Yeah, something like that.
You has more help than your arms can give.
Ken has cheeseburger.
You can.
Okay.
I want has cheeseburger.
You want Chinese food?
Ooh, don't even. It sounds so good.
Already spent too much money.
Cold coffee.
Oh no, not cold coffee. I can drink it now.
So
oh no, what am I gonna do?
No, I like coffee that causes me pain.
Why?
I don't know. It seems like part of the coffee.
Does anybody know that? Why do people drink hot coffee? I don't understand it.
Scalding coffee.
I don't understand it. It's like, I mean, I don't necessarily want it iced. I just want it so it doesn't burn my mouth when I'm drinking it.
My mouth is very rarely burned, except the only thing that can always burn my mouth, hot pumpkin pie. Because it's like cement, and you can't get it out. So it just keeps burning you.
I guess I don't take the time to heat it up. I just swallow it whole.
Ooh. Mom has a bad habit of heating it up to when it's really, really hot.
Ooh, perfect! Dude, I can... Since this is an experimental piece anyway, and I have the glue gun plugged in, I didn't use it at all last episode, I'm going to see how this works. I've never used a glue gun on this material, this plastic, before. I don't know.
I don't actually know how it'll
I
behave.
don't know. So,
This is a learning experience for us all.
it really is. So, here goes nothing. Doesn't work. Worst we gotta do is tape it. Tape over the glue, I guess.
This is so conflicting because the coffee itself is really good, but I can't stand the cold part. That sounds like a snorting kitty.
This? Oh, was the matter under the door?
I don't know.
Seems to be melting the plastic just a little bit.
That looks pretty perfect.
That would be the goal.
Chemical bond.
Okay, please do not fall, Mr. Glue Gun. Okay. Always make sure you have plenty of room when you're dealing with a glue gun. Do as I say, not as I do.
Those cords are always short.
Always short.
You will almost always trip over them, and you better make sure your foot is not under him when it's coming down. Do you remember that glue gun burn I got doing Pikachu?
Oh, I do.
Uh-huh. You touch it for just a second, just a little second. You think you'll be safe? Nope. You just wait an hour. That'll be a scar.
Ah. Anyway. Please don't fall. No, I do not want you to fall.
Dang things. And they build them with those little rest things. They're like, yeah, it'll hold your glue gun up. But it never does. It's so crummy.
Alright. And really, this part of the bonding process, it's not so important because when we go to color it with whatever we are, this unfortunately being a silver character, I have to use foil tape or chrome duct tape, neither of which is a favorite of mine. Foil tape being really unforgiving and chrome duct tape wearing off, you know, if it rubs against stuff too much, it's not chrome anymore, it's just kind of dark gray.
Like the crappy underlayer of duct tape, which is way cheaper.
Pointless.
Oh, okay. I might as well just stand up and... Oh, God.
Oh, but Cole, why don't you spray paint it? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, metallic spray paint is more expensive than flat or whatever, regular colors. Second, I work with so many different materials, it's hard to find a paint of any kind that will stay on all the materials and be the same color. It's really hard. If you have any suggestions, I'd appreciate it, but I've never had any good luck with paint.
Funny thing, too, because I totally have silver spray paint.
Spray paint?
Spray
I have to
paint.
point that out. Oh. Oh, it's a droopy glue.
Oh, he's always droopy.
Oh, droopy glue. God,
But the,
pissed it off. All melted and junk.
no, I see
That's
that.
good.
I see that, and I'm like, oh, what a beautiful bond. That'll never go anywhere.
Yeah, right. I sure hope you're right.
Octo doesn't tend to go anywhere if you can chemically bond it like that. Anything else, it's like... It does the same thing with foam. It like melts the foam around it.
Yeah. Remember though, even when you, regardless of the adhesive that you're using, the adhesive is only as strong as the material you're sticking it to. Because, you know, you can glue something like foam and be like, oh, that glue, the glue is never going to separate from the foam. Well, you can rip the glue from the foam. The glue is still going to be, you know, clinging onto the bits and pieces of foam that it's actually touching, but the foam will tear past that point.
Yeah, like a sticker on paper. It'll be like, I have the whole sticker, but most of it is still on that paper.
Exactly. Or the back of the sticker has paper on it.
Yeah, that too. It takes the paper with it.
Right.
That's more accurate.
So,
I've had that exact same freaking thing happen. Whole pieces of foam just come right off like you never glued them. It's like, whatever. Cheeky thing.
so just keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
And
You can't trust any adhesive with your life.
that's why I reinforce.
Yeah, times like 12.
Reinforce. I'm gonna make sure it's see reinforce.
I'm just going to keep going with this, even though I think this fabric choice is going to kick me in the face once I'm done.
Think so?
I think so. Because I didn't even think about the way this is going to fall and the way it's going to look on a body. I have a feeling it's going to look bunchy. You say carp? Uh-oh. Need help?
Carp? Nope. No thanks. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I was
I know. It's okay.
preoccupied with the burning plastic in my hands.
Who knows?
Oh, please don't burn me. Stop being mean.
That's so dangerous. I'll get you another stick.
Oh, fine, thanks. Probably all I need for right now. Just keep it there to freaking cools. I think. I do think it's too late
Too late for it to cool?
for it to stick.
No, I don't think it's too late. Hold it there a little bit longer.
Hold
then.
it away, kind of.
I think it might be okay.
So, it's still sticky.
Yeah.
Don't burn yourself.
I can't burn myself on glue that's already on something. I found that out. I can touch it and it doesn't hurt my fingers because I'm so used to it.
I would rather not take that chance.
This is true.
I'm
You
just
don't want to
making-
sacrifice your fingers.
Oh, thanks. Alright, well. Oh, mother.
Just when you think it's okay.
Just when you thought it was safe. God, mother. Alright, there we go. Well, at least it's smoother than it was.
The front definitely looks pretty good.
Yeah. Why? Wow. Because I lined it up differently. That's why. Okay. God.
God dang it.
Okay. Not a huge fan of backing up and redoing stuff. So I'm currently trying to, as well, I don't know if you can see this, but this side's pretty much lined up with the cardboard. This side is not so much lined up. So this angle is affecting the angle at which it meets the front here, and actually the position of that. Not sure how much I care though. I'm not sure I need to care.
You might not need to, because this is a whole lot smoother than it started.
I just cut one slit across the back here to fold it together so it's a little smoother. It's going to have to be... Oh, okay. Maybe I do need to bring it up further. I just don't want this extreme bump here. If I got a circle in it, then the circle will be obvious under all the tape. Oh, foil tape. Okay. Okay. Foil tape shows everything that's under it. And that's, that's beside all of the imperfections that you get just trying to lay the foil tape flat. So, try this. Okay. You think if I cut this further, it'll do this up here? Or do you think it'll get rid of it more?
I think it'll still do that because the front can't move to relieve the pressure. That's the problem.
The only way to get rid of that lump is to cut a circle around it. And it's not the worst thing in the world, but...
That's what you mean.
Plus the other side's not going to be even because I have to... There. Good enough. Yeah.
Good enough.
Take that. That's right. Alright.
Stupid thingy.
If you're still watching the video, thank you. I know this is really boring, but I want to make sure that I get as much of the construction process on tape so you can see exactly what to do.
It's realism.
What we do.
You don't want to lie to them about how long it takes.
Oh, it takes forever.
It takes forever. You need to know that.
That, and if there's one little thing in here that I do that I can't reproduce later, like this worthless tape job. But I mean, like if there's one little trinket or something that I do that I can't show on tape later.
I think like this entire bottle process, changing it in little ways to get it to be flat, because it seems so simple when you just think about it in theory, but it takes a lot of adjusting to actually make it lay.
Problem is when you're working with material that isn't perfect, it's going to be even less perfect when you get it together. Okay. Cut it there.
Okay, put a big ounce in this. It's bleeding.
Go further. Knock that glue gun on the floor. Oh, fine. That'll be fine. I don't care. Alright. Duct tape glue. Duct tape glue. I don't want to screw it up. Hi, Mandarin.
Hi, Mandarin. We know you're out there. Signal meow.
Okay, all I'm doing here is, the slit I cut in the back here to relieve the pressure when I hold it against the helmet. I cut the slit and folded it over. I'm going to have a little bump there that's not supposed to be there, but that's one of those it's good enough things, because I could cut a circle out of there, basically cutting the lump off. But what are you doing?
Her whole paws are under the door.
You can let her in. Oh no, never mind. I got the glue gun. Never mind. Anyway, I could cut the lump off, and the only problem with that is when I go over it with the tape, it's going to be really obvious that there's a hole there, and really nothing to support the tape. So if something comes in, if something hits it or whatever, it's going to punch a hole in it, and it's not so easy to make a patch job on the outer layer look good. It's going to be obvious. So if you can avoid patch jobs, do it. So
Stop trying to take the entire mat with you.
top over the bottom.
You're like, no, you can't have it. Everybody can't come in here, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hot glue.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Plus
but your
Mandarin.
life will be in danger. Yeah, she'll be like, ooh, what's this?
Ooh, glue. Yum, yum, yum.
Delicious, I'll put my mouth right on it.
Anybody else have a cat that licks tape?
Eats,
Like,
thinks it's food.
yeah, like, oh, there's a box laying there. Oh, there's tape on it.
I want this more than I want my actual breakfast. Weirdo.
Alright. Yeah, that's not so bad. Alright.
That actually looks like
starting
something.
to take shape.
That actually kind of looks like something.
Alright, cool.
At least the little pokey things really match up.
It's a little better. I like to avoid as much of the duct tape over this part as possible, just because the smoother this is, the better the finish is going to be. Because when I put whatever kind of tape over it to color it, I'm going to see all these, the outlines of the rest of the tape, and even here where the glue is. Unless I go over it a bunch of times with duct tape, which is really expensive, and it makes the costume piece heavier. You might not think that taping things on your helmet really adds that much weight, but when you factor in how much you need to cover and how much you need just to hold it together, it gets really heavy. So, and not like really heavy, like 50 pounds heavy, really heavy, like I have to wear it for 3 days. I don't want too heavy.
That's true. It doesn't even need to be 50 pounds.
Yeah.
It could be 10 pounds and it'll just kill you.
Okay, well, that one's a little lower, but I don't care. Cool. Just kind of surveying what I have here. Okay, next. I think that's good for that.
That looks really nice. It's so funny to watch it actually take shape and looks like something.
I was going to say, I might cut out a piece of plastic to cover that with. Look what I got.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah. It's like, finally, I can go back home.
Perfect.
That's hilarious.
Alright, come here, glue gun.
And that wouldn't have worked so well if you tried to keep it in one piece. It wouldn't look nearly that smooth.
Reach blindly at the hot glue gun. See what happens.
Somewhere.
Yay, burning. I enjoy pain.
5 to 1 chance that you burn your fingers. Costume. You make me not want to do anything else.
Did you have anything better to do today?
Well, I'm supposed to be finishing that flyer. Right now I've started on this, now I'm not going to do anything else.
Remember, honey, if you don't do your costume, it's not going to get done.
It's true.
The costume's not going to do itself, remember.
It will not do itself. I'm sure it wishes it could. But it won't.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, not much talking at this point. I'm just kind of trying to make sure I don't burn myself.
That's one thing definitely to do with glue guns. Don't talk or move until whatever you're gluing is done and dry. Because if you move just the littlest bit, chances are the glue's going to come right up and then you're going to have to do it all again. Cause
come up, or you're going to glue it to the wrong spot.
That too. Or your finger's
worse.
going to end up right under that glue line.
Yeah,
That's the worst
yeah.
part. You never thought you could burn your fingernail until that happens.
I will tell you. I don't have a whole lot of experience with a glue gun, but this is kind of cool.
I have lots of it. And it's not cool.
It's totally
Cool, because
Okay,
it's hot.
90% of my cosplays have yeah, all duct tape for adhesive. Just all.
And the only adhesive I use is glue guns, because I had no idea how to use duct tape.
Well, I mean, I use like super glue and spray glue, and spray glue's worthless.
I mean, really, if you have duct tape, very rarely would you need hot glue over that. Except in little bitty situations like this.
It's like it's melting away. That's awesome. That is not what I intended. But
Science! You did not intend for science.
I did not intend.
It's hilarious when I think of the fact that that was a kid's construction hat under all of that.
Yeah. You know, and I might just cut another piece of plastic out, lay it across here, and glue that on. That'll smooth it out a little more. Yeah, probably will. Probably
Another
will.
neck of a bottle.
Maybe just one. Maybe I'll cover this whole this whole end of it, like all the way down, and then glue it maybe underneath, and then that way this. Oh.
Do you want to lose that point?
I'm not worried about the point. I want to get rid of the duct tape.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't want that under, especially. Remember when you're making your costume, the front of the costume is the most important because that's what people will want pictures of. If you have to take shortcuts for the back of things, or you know, things that just won't be seen as much, you know, you can take shortcuts. It's not going to kill you. If you're a perfectionist, or if you're entering a tournament of some kind, masquerade, whatever, then, you know, detail is everything. But, you know, if you're crunched for time and money, don't worry about the back side of your costume. Just
It's true though. You want to pay attention to the front because if you don't, you'll see those pictures and you'll be like, "Dang it! Here's such and such thing," and I'll see it forever. And I can never unsee it.
Yeah, and when you're posing, standing straight at the camera isn't always the best thing. Try to.
Especially when you have things that are deep and long and have depth like this.
Yeah, and have them, have a couple of poses ready to go.
Yeah, practice in front of your mirror.
Yeah.
You won't have the time to think of one when somebody's like, "Can I have your picture? Click by."
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's, it's dry, cool, whatever you want to say. No, that ain't gonna work for that. So, okay, next I'm gonna do the back of this. Well, I'll use another piece of plastic for the back of the 2-liter bottle. For now, I'm gonna start filling in the top of the crest here. It's got a gap, and it's not that big of a deal, but you're gonna want to have something in there to give resistance, just so the top of it doesn't get bunched up. It's hard to explain without it, here to show you, but if I didn't put anything inside here, I mean, I've got the structural supports in there, but if I don't put anything in here to keep the sides apart, it could get squished and the top could get all bunched up and just, it could break, or you could get a crack in there and you get a bunch of water inside if it's raining. Nice thing about duct tape, it's water resistant. You obviously want to dry it off as soon as you can if you're walking through rain, but it's not gonna melt in water.
Won't freak out immediately.
No. So, yeah, for if you have to stuff something like this, remember lightweight, flexible, and cheap, since you'll never see it again.
Best material.
Plastic bags. Everybody's got like tons of these, right?
We save all of them, every single one, and we always use them. We use them for everything.
For like garbage cans and gone ones and stuff.
They're good for so many things. Packing material.
Packing material.
Cheap material. You never have to buy packing peanuts if you have plastic bags.
You don't want to bunch it up so it's, a rock this big and you shove it into, that little opening. It's just going in there to help support it. Apparently this receipt is too, so whatever that receipt was for.
I tend to forget the receipts are in there until I bunch them up.
You're never getting that receipt back.
Nope, that's cool.
I'm assuming it's yours because I don't.
Yeah, Dollar General is mine.
Oh, I was thinking it's Best Buy.
Nah, Yellow Bags,
Oh.
Dollar General, where I frequent far too often.
Okay. You could use cardboard or paper or whatever to shove in there. We just have an abundance of plastic bags right now, so that's what I'm going to use. And actually, I didn't bring enough in here.
You want me to go get more?
No, that's okay. I think I'm going to take a little more time off camera, shoving it in there and filling up this. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're out of time for this tape. The only reason I'm making them shorter is because I want to keep the editing down because it takes forever to edit and then convert and upload, and it's just a nightmare. So as many of these as I can get in one take, I'm going to do, even if they're if they turn out kind of boring, I apologize, but it's all part of the process for making these costumes. It's not my intention to just sit here and be like, oh, how am I gonna do this? I do a lot of that off screen, at work, and you know,
And
just
all the time.
all the time.
Pretty much all the time.
How if I get to do that? Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. I'll finish up the stuffing of the mohawk later. If you like what you saw, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, post them below, and we'll answer them in a future episode.
For sure will.
Anything? Think of?
No, as usual.
If you didn't like the video, check out the other videos anyway, because there might be something there you don't know, or haven't heard, or wouldn't think of.
Educate yourself.
Sure. Even the Anime Convention Beginner's Guide, if you're an anime convention veteran, check them out. And, yeah. Remember, kids, if you don't work on your cosplay, it's not going to get done. Okay, bye.
Bye.